You wake up at 3 a.m., chest tight, staring at the ceiling. Your phone glows with messages you don't want to read. Your bank account laughs at you. Your woman left, or worse, she stayed and stopped looking at you. You scroll, you drink, you pretend tomorrow will fix itself. It won't. Miyamoto Musashi died alone on the 19th of May, 1645, in a cave at Mount Iwato. No wife, no children, no students allowed inside, only a low fire and the sound of his own breath getting thinner. He was 61 years old, undefeated in over 60 duels to the death, the greatest swordsman who ever lived. And he lay on reed mats waiting for the end like any other man, no fear in his eyes, no regret. He had already accepted everything just the way it was. And you? You still fight the rain because you forgot your jacket. You still curse the scale because it tells the truth. You still hate the silence because it forces you to hear yourself. Musashi accepted death while it stared at him. You cannot accept that your life is exactly what you have made it. Feel that shame burn. Good. Let it burn until you are ready to stop lying. Long before the cave, long before the Book of Five Rings, there was a boy named Miyamoto who watched his father beat him with a stick for losing a sumo match. He learned early that the world does not bend. At 13, he killed a man in single combat. At 16, he walked into the Battle of Sekigahara with nothing but a wooden sword and walked out covered in other men's blood. He wandered Japan for years, sleeping under bridges, eating rotten rice, fighting anyone who challenged him. He lost friends to arrows, to disease, to betrayal. He was betrayed by lords who promised patronage and then abandoned him. He was hunted, starved, wounded so deep the scars never closed right. And every single time the world hit him, he bowed, not in weakness, in recognition. The rain is wet, the blade is sharp, the friend is dead. This is the way it is. He did not waste one breath asking why. He adjusted his grip and kept walking. That is the first precept of Dokkodo he wrote 1 week before he died. Accept everything just the way it is. Everything else you will ever learn about strength begins here. Lesson 1. Accept everything just the way it is. Those are the exact words Musashi carved into the rock with his dying hand. Not like everything. Not agree with everything. Accept, meaning stop pushing against reality with your soft, whining mind. Reality does not care about your feelings. It is a katana edge. You can cry about how unfair it is, or you can learn where to place your fingers so you do not bleed. Today you wake up overweight, in debt, ignored by the people you chase. That is the way it is. The moment you accept it, truly accept it, the war inside your skull ends. Energy that was wasted on denial now becomes fuel. Most men spend their entire lives arguing with the mirror. They suck in their gut in photographs. They refresh the bank app hoping the number magically changes. They text, "I miss you," to someone who already forgot them. Musashi would call that man already dead. A ghost fighting ghosts. Modern application. Tomorrow morning, stand naked in front of the mirror for 3 full minutes. Look at every roll, every scar, every weak place. Say out loud, "This is the way it is." Do not flinch. Do not suck in. If you cannot face your own body as it is right now, you will never face an enemy, a recession, or the slow rot of old age. Ignore this, and 20 years from now you will still be lying to yourself. Only the lies will be quieter because no one is left to hear them. Lesson 2. Acceptance is not surrender. It is the highest form of strategy. In the Book of Five Rings, Musashi writes, "Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye." When you accept the battlefield exactly as it is, muddy, cold, outnumbered, you stop wishing for better ground and start using the mud to slow the enemy horse. You turn disadvantage into weapon. 2025 is brutal. Jobs disappear overnight. Women choose men who already have power. Your government prints money until it means nothing. You can scream about injustice on the internet, or you can accept the new terrain and move. I know a man who lost his 6-figure tech job in the 2024 layoffs. For 3 months he raged lawsuits, Reddit threads, whiskey. Then one morning he woke up and said, "This is the way it is." He sold his overpriced condo, moved to a cheap red state, learned plumbing, started a business cash only under the table. 2 years later he clears more than he ever did in an office, works with his hands, answers to no one. The world did not become fair. He stopped needing it to be. Ignore this distinction, and you will spend your life as a victim, angry, righteous, and poor. Lesson 3. Acceptance kills regret. Musashi never spoke of the men he killed, not because he was cruel, but because regret is a second arrow you shoot into your own gut after the first one has already landed. At 29, he fought Sasaki Kojiro on Ganryu Island. He arrived late on purpose, rowing against the current to exhaust himself, sun in his eyes, using a carved boat oar longer than any sword. He killed Kojiro with one downward strike that split the man from collarbone to hip. Then he bowed to the corpse and walked away. No celebration, no nightmare. The duel happened. The man died. This is the way it is. You carry ghosts too. The business you didn't start in 2020. The woman you didn't approach in 2018. The father you never reconciled with before the cancer took him. Every night they visit you. Acceptance is the exorcism. Sit alone in the dark. Name each ghost. Say, "It happened exactly as it happened. I accept it." The first time you do this, you will shake. The 10th time, the ghosts will bow and leave. Ignore this, and regret will hollow you out until you are a man-shaped shell full of echoes. Lesson 4. Acceptance is the root of all adaptation. Musashi never fought the same way twice. Wooden sword, dual blades, bare hands. He looked at the opponent, the ground, the wind, and accepted what was there, then became whatever was required to win. Most men are married to their identity. I am a white-collar guy. I am a nice guy. When the world shifts, they die holding that identity like a child's blanket. Your woman leaves you for a man with rougher hands and darker eyes. Accept it. Now you are free to become the man she should have feared losing. Your body breaks down at 38. Accept it. Now you learn to train around injury instead of quitting. The economy collapses again. Accept it. Now you learn skills that cannot be outsourced. Fix engines, grow food, fight with your hands. The man who accepts becomes water. The man who resists shatters like cheap steel. Lesson 5. Acceptance ends envy. Musashi walked past daimyo castles he would never own, past beautiful women he would never bed, past armies he would never lead. He looked, nodded, kept walking. Envy is the tax you pay for comparing your chapter 3 to another man's chapter 20. You see the influencer with the rented Lamborghini. You see the trust fund kid with the perfect jaw. You see the married couple that still laughs together. Your blood boils. Accept that their path is not yours. The moment you do, the poison drains out. Energy returns. You look down at your own dirt-covered boots, and you start walking your own 1,000-mile road. Ignore this, and you will die choking on another man's life. Lesson 6. True acceptance brings a cold, terrible peace. In the cave, Musashi's lungs filled with fluid. Each breath was pain. He did not pray for more time. He wrote Dokkodo for the few students he had kept at arm's length his entire life. 21 lines. The first one is the foundation. When you accept everything just the way it is, you stop fearing death, because you have already died 1,000 times to your illusions. What is left is pure, sharp, unbreakable. Close your eyes. See yourself at 80 years old if you refuse this path. You sit in a rented room that smells of piss and microwave dinners. Your back is bent from decades of sitting. Your children, if you manage to have any, do not call. Your friends are dead or drunk. The television murmurs lies you no longer have the strength to believe. Your hands shake as you try to open a bottle of cheap painkillers. On the wall is a single photograph of you at 28, strong, hungry, full of fire. You do not recognize that man anymore. He accepted nothing, so nothing accepted him. You die alone, unmourned, unremembered. The nurse who finds you steals the $23 in your wallet and never thinks of you again. That future is not coming. It is already here, growing inside every morning you wake up and lie to yourself. This is the 7-day Steel Mind Challenge. Do all 7 or remain average forever. Day 1. Wake at 4 a.m. Stand outside in the cold for 20 minutes. No phone. Feel whatever weather there is. Say out loud 10 times, "This is the way it is." Day 2. Fast until sunset. Every time hunger claws at you, bow your head and say, "This is the way it is." Drink only water. Day 3. Open your bank app. Look at the exact number. Write it on a piece of paper. Burn the paper. Say, "This is the way it is." Then do 50 push-ups for every 1,000 you are short. Day 4. Text or call the person you most fear hearing from ex, enemy, estranged family. Say only, "I accept everything that happened. Nothing more." Then delete the thread. Day 5. Train until failure. Pick the lift you hate most. Add weight until you cannot move it. Lie under the bar and accept the crush. Then stand back up. Day 6. Walk alone at night for 2 hours. No music, no podcast. Let every dark thought come. Greet each one. This is the way it is. Day 7. Write your own death letter, as Musashi did. 1 page. Begin with, "Today I accept everything just the way it is." Seal it. Put it in a drawer. Live in such a way that you will never need to change a single word. Now stand up. Close this video. The rain outside is not going to stop because you hate it. The weight on your back is not going to lighten because you complain. Accept everything just the way it is. And from this moment forward, move like a man who has already died to every illusion. Comment below the one Dokkodo rule you will follow today, or stay average forever. I will read every single one. Steel Mind. Out.